How to detach yourself from a woman not good for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it seems like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade, go subscribe to my second channel where you get to see a closer view of who I am outside of YouTube. All right, today I'm going to be talking about how to detach yourself from a bad relationship. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I see a lot of guys out there that are in bad relationships and feel like they don't know how to leave, all right? They have the same symptoms women used to have when women were in bad relationships. That's where your spouse has pretty much emotionally destroyed you, and you know being next to them is a bad thing. But the only thing is you're just too attached. You don't know where to leave, where to go, what to do, and how it happens. But there are rules and steps that you must take so you make a clean getaway, all right? Emotionally, not necessarily getting the upper hand because you've already lost. That's what a lot of you guys have to understand when it comes to women. If she's cheated on you, she's dogged you out in front of people, she's disrespected you, there's no get back that you're gonna do to cover up the emotional pain that she's done to you. Which is why people that have been hurt people. They go after someone a little bit weaker than them, or they may have somebody that like them that's a little bit weaker than them, and then they take all their aggression out on them that someone else had did to them prior. All right? So whenever you're deciding that you're getting ready to break away from the relationship, just follow these steps and take this into consideration. First, you don't want to make a scene. All right? What you need to understand is when you're in a relationship with the wrong person and you try to get away from that relationship, chances are they're going to make a scene. Everyone's going to know the drama in your relationship, and they're going to know the drama in your relationship quick and fast, which makes you feel more insecure because her lashing out creates more emotional pain. That's something that you have to understand. When you going to break something off with somebody that's bad for you, make sure it's just you and them. And in a situation where nobody's around, if you go to break up with one of these type of women in front of everybody, she would be looked at as a victim, and you would be looked at as a bad guy. That's the first thing that women are gonna do. But the thing that you may have working in your favor is that society look at men as being weaker creatures now than women. So in some situations, she'll be able to play the victim. But in a lot of situations now, psychologically, people would know what's really going on because even people in general can spot out a beta male from a mile away. So to keep more emotional pain from coming on, make sure you don't make a scene. So when you go to break up with her, make sure nobody's around. Next, don't think about closure. You can't think, all right, we broke it off. And it's like when people go through these breakups, right, and they try to get away from somebody, the other one's always trying to talk. You guys want to sit around and talk too much about the relationship, who fault it was, why was this, why was that, why this happened, why that happened. Don't, all right? There's a reason it's not working. It's not meant for you two to be together. You two being together is creating more misery. The quicker you get away and accept the fact that that was a bad relationship you need to get away from, the better. If you try to look for closure, you're only gonna hurt yourself in the long run, and it's gonna keep those emotions constantly boggled up. So it's always a what if this, what if that. So now she stays inside of your mind, so then you start watching and monitoring everything that she does outside the relationship. Pretty much when you break up with somebody, right, it's gonna be a battle of who can move on the fastest. That's how it is. The person that moves on the fastest is the winner. That's typically what everyone's thinking. Next, unfollow from social media. This should be automatically given because people unfollow each other for the littlest things. Somebody can send me a message right now. If I don't respond to them in a certain amount of time, There they go. They unsubscribe. Patreons do it all the time. Patreons, I'll get so many messages from my Patreon. The moment I don't respond in a certain amount of time, those same people unsubscribe from the Patreon. That's why when it comes to Patreons, I just put my video on there. And I thank everybody that is on my Patreon. But a lot of you guys unsubscribe from the Patreon because I'm not answering fast enough. That's how sensitive the whole world is. So obviously you're gonna unfollow this woman off of social media, but how long can you unfollow this woman off of social media? Because this how it works. If you don't move on faster than her, then you'll always be monitoring what she's doing. Once you move on and she ain't moved on, then she's gonna be monitoring what you're doing. That's just how relationships go. When you break up, it's a monitor to see who can get back being happy the fastest. Next, don't meet too many new friends and try to tell your story to. All right? A lot of you guys, right? You come to the manosphere, which is a good place for you to learn about women, to see things, to help yourself heal. But I've always said, you shouldn't be in the manosphere for a long period of time. If you stay in the manosphere for a long period of time, you're gonna come in a cycle. You're gonna have a cycle of delusion where the only thing you're gonna know is to hate women. Period. So you don't want to find too many friends out there to keep telling your stories to, because you're going to keep hearing stories. You're going to keep telling your story and you're going to keep hearing stories. And your body, your mind, body, and soul would never have enough time to heal. So you'll find yourself 4 or 5 years down the road still not able to get over a relationship or move on with your life because you found too many people to talk about your problems to, and you sat back and you heard too many problems. So what does the eye in the ear do? It goes right to your neurological system and it tells your brain, we like this stuff. We want to look at it every day. Every time you watch one of Anthony Spade videos and everybody else's videos and you go in the comments and complain, we're going to give you a shot of dopamine. The day you wake up and you decide to walk away from the manosphere, it could hurt. So try not to tell too many people your problems and learn to sit back and absorb what happens and become a stronger person so you can move forward. So 4 or 5 years down the road, you're not still complaining about a girl who hurt you, who's possibly have already moved on already. Next, this is the most important one. You have to stand your ground. A lot of you guys out there, you don't stand your ground. You let ex-girlfriends go away, play ball with the other guy, run the streets. You don't move on. You get in the manosphere. You start meeting new friends. Y'all sit around and just talk about women all day. The girl moves on, live her happy life, and then she gives you the phone call. She gives you the phone call and you pick up. You want to talk to her. She sends you the text. You want to talk to her, right? Because obviously the new life that she went to go discover, it's just not giving her what she wants. She got to have fun, but now she needs her spirit lift up. So she starts calling you again. And being that you haven't moved on with your life, you sit there and you answer the text messages. Why? Because she knows that you're not doing anything. You have to stand your ground. You have to not answer that text message. You have to not answer that phone call. The only way you're not gonna answer that text message or that phone call is if you're busy doing something. And I'm getting sick of telling guys to get on their purpose. Go to my second channel. I'm showing you exactly how to just kill time. How to kill time with your life. Go over there and do that and learn how to kill time. You must learn to self-distract yourself. I was telling a guy the other day, we got to talking and he's like, how could you be in Miami so long, Los Angeles so long, but then you come to the city where I'm at now and I just love it. It's a small town. In the middle, it's a small city. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing going on. It's a real boring city. You know what I told him? I said, when you know how to psychologically keep yourself distracted doing things, you can go anywhere and live. One thing I learned about Miami, it got to the point where I woke up and got sick of looking at the beach. I got sick of the city. I got sick of the sirens. I got sick of the fast life. I got sick of the heat. At some point, you're gonna get so used to seeing beautiful women, it's nothing anymore. It's all about survival as you get older. It's all about your money, living out your dreams. Those type of things. A lot of you guys out there, you have nothing going on with your life. You feel like, oh, if I go live over here, my life will be better. If I go do this, my life will be better. If I get this car, my life will be better. It don't matter where you live. It don't. If you don't know how to make the best of your situations and keep yourself distracted, you're going to have a miserable life. I don't care where you live, because you will never be able to have control over your mind. The moment you can't have control over your mind, you're not going to have control over your emotions. You're not going to have control over your thought process, and you ain't going to be able to leave no woman, because you're going to be a pawn for any woman that comes into your life. She's just there to get the most out of you and spit you out. And we ain't talking about all women. We talking about women that's going to do it to beta males. See, woman's nature only works on a man when he allows it. When he doesn't allow it, then women respect you. That's how the game goes. All right? And this is how you detach from somebody that's not good for you. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. All right? Hasta la vista.